Welcome to Porto, a city that instantly makes you slow down and smile. Perched along the banks of the Douro River, Porto is one of those places that feels both timeless and alive. You'll notice layers of history everywhere. Red rooftops, tiled facades, and winding streets that seem to have their own rhythm. It's smaller than Lisbon, but that's part of its magic. Everything feels close, cozy, and full of character. Whether you're walking uphill to catch a view or just sitting by the river, watching the boats go by, Porto has this effortless charm that's impossible to resist. Down by the riverside, you'll find Ribeira, the colorful old heart of the city. This is the Porto everyone dreams of. Buildings stacked like patchwork quilts, laundry drying in the sun, and narrow alleys where you can easily lose track of time. The streets are alive with the sound of chatter, laughter, and the occasional accordion tune floating in the air. There's something so real about Porto. It's not overly polished, and that's exactly why people fall in love with it. It feels lived in, authentic, and proudly itself. The Douro River runs right through the soul of Porto, calm, wide, and endlessly photogenic. Connecting the two sides is the iconic Dom Luís I Bridge, one of the city's most famous landmarks. Whether you walk across the upper level or the lower one, the views are spectacular. Golden light reflecting on the water, red rooftops glowing at sunset, and the distant hills lined with vineyards. It's the kind of place where you just stop, take a deep breath, and realize how lucky you are to be here. Of course, Porto is world famous for its port wine, the sweet, rich drink that was born here centuries ago. Across the river, in Vila Nova de Gaia, you'll find the old wine cellars where this tradition lives on. The air smells faintly of oak and grapes, and the walls are lined with barrels that have aged for years. Even if you're not a big wine fan, there's something special about seeing the heritage behind it, how it's made, how it's stored, and how every sip carries the story of the Douro Valley. But Porto isn't just about views and wine, it's about its people. You'll find locals who take the time to talk to you, even if you don't speak the same language. There's a quiet pride here, in their city, their traditions, their pace of life. Grab a pastel de nata, watch the old trams rattle by, and just soak it all in. Life in Porto moves at its own rhythm, unhurried, genuine, and full of heart. If you're a book lover, or even if you're not, you'll want to step inside Livraria Lello, often called one of the most beautiful bookstores in the world. It looks more like a movie set than a shop, with its grand wooden staircase, stained glass ceiling, and carved details that make you feel like you've stepped into another century. The place has inspired travelers, writers, and even a few famous stories. Many say it helps spark the imagination behind certain magical books we all know. And if you ever need a change of scenery, the ocean is just a short ride away. Hop on one of the vintage trams that clatter their way to the coast, and within minutes you're at the beach. Waves crashing, seagulls calling, and salty air that wakes you up instantly. It's the perfect spot to unwind after exploring the city. Just you, the sea, and maybe a glass of something cold in hand while the sun dips below the horizon. When night falls, Porto transforms again. The city lights reflect on the river, music plays softly in the background, and everything feels calm and a little magical. There's a kind of soul here, something that's hard to describe but easy to feel. Porto isn't about rushing from site to site, it's about moments. The slow walks, the warm smiles, the unexpected views that take your breath away. So whether you come for the history, the food, the wine, or just to escape the noise of everyday life, Porto has a way of making you feel at home. It's not just a city you visit, it's one you remember.